we have House Bill 1135, Advanced Plastic Recycling. If y'all recall, this is the bill that I presented on the floor where I expressed my my love for recycling. So the difference in this bill versus when we passed, there were some things that the DEQ wanted added into the bill. They didn't get to me quite fast enough, but Chairman Powell was able to insert it in the House. And so I made the decision to go ahead and take up the House bill and let it ride. So there's outside of that, there are no changes in the bill. I'll be happy to entertain any questions. If not, do I have a motion? Title sufficiently passes the motion. All those in favor? All those opposed? That bill will be reported. The next bill is House Bill 1214. This is the bill that I got my teeth kicked in on the floor a couple of weeks ago. But we made, basically what we did is we struck all the eminent domain language out of that bill. The bill is still needed, and I believe I saw Jess New here. If you don't mind, just give them a brief explanation as to why this bill is still needed, even with the eminent domain language out. Any questions, Senator McDaniel? Senator McDaniel, I had that conversation with someone earlier. You saw what happened on the floor when eminent domain happened. If anybody were proposing an eminent domain amendment, I imagine you know how that's going to end up. It's going to be defeated. So no, I will not entertain any. I've already made a commitment to a certain organization that eminent domain is out. Senator Horn. Mr. New, I recognize you for that. Yes, sir. Center Hill. You got to turn your mics on. They're all off right there at the top.
So right now we're talking about majority consent of the landowners. Is that correct? Okay, so if they all don't consent, then this language overrules the minority, correct?
If they don't get majority consent, then
Some of these lawyers will have to answer this question. Is that standard procedure in estate disbursement? Or if there's a holdout, can the majority proceed in a similar manner if it's just an estate settlement? I'm trying to get a parallel as to how property is divided in an estate versus how this would proceed.
I can't answer that question. Go ahead.
Looking at lines 65 through 67, where it says to provide procedures in a manner fair to all interests for the cooperative management of surface and subsurface property interests to ensure the maximum use of natural resources. Isn't that just a vague way of saying that we're going to determine what your best interest is as the property owner?
I don't believe so. I mean, my opinion.
I mean, it's going to be settled in court pretty much on those cases where they don't agree.
Well, I'll tell you this, and the miles and miles and miles of pipeline that run throughout the state, there's only been one case that's gone to court, and even eminent domain's not even in this, but I'm going to go back to eminent domain because I know that was one of your big concerns. Only one case has gone to court, and those are 5 acres of land, and the only reason why that case went to court is over the value, the judge to rule on value. So we don't have a big issue fighting over these property rights.
What I'm concerned about is where it says to provide procedures in a manner fair to all interests. That's not statutory, so we don't know what those procedures are. That would be my concern, that the state of Mississippi is saying that we're going to create a procedures in a manner fair to all interests for the cooperative management of surface and subsurface property interests based on this chapter to ensure the maximum use of natural resources. That's pretty vague because we don't know what the procedures are. And also, if you're going to ensure the maximum use of natural resources, that looks to me like it may be leaning in one direction, but I'm not going to hold you up anymore. I'm just trying to digest this language.
Well, what I will tell you that CO2 capture is something that's evolving. They're going to be coming back here for the next couple of years. And we're still going to be dealing with this stuff. So I would just ask that you support the bill. Let's continue to move forward. It's a huge opportunity for the state of Mississippi. I know that the biggest concern was eminent domain language. I made a commitment to you all and took it out, and I'll fight anybody who tries to amend it on the floor, even though they will be defeated. So I would like the oil and gas board to be able to continue to move forward, setting rules, figuring out how we're going to capture this huge opportunity in the state of Mississippi. Any more questions? Do I have a motion? Title sufficient to pass, strike all. All those in favor? All those opposed? That'll be reported. Another motion?